Hey everybody, Kimberly here, and I'm excited to share with you this overview and preview for Moneymaker. It is a game for 3 to 6 investment bankers where the game only takes 15 minutes per player, and that means it's pretty short. And I'm shocked because most economic games that I play essentially last a really long time, and it's just like super crunchy and super and it kind of just like breaks your brain. This game will not break your brain, but it will give you the same feel because it does not skimp on content, it does not skimp on mechanics, nor does it skimp on the fun. This video was brought to you by Noble Knight Games. More about them at the end of the video. In Moneymaker, 3 to 6 investment bankers are going to try to earn as much money by hedging their bets with their investments. They are going to invest in opportunities with credit, but at some point they're going to have to pay that back, and it's all about timing. So in this game, players are going to have 4 cards. These are their action cards, and each of the 4 cards does something different. When they play that card down, they're going to be able to do that card in that particular round, but those actions are going to be executed in order going from 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, the very first action players can do is invest, and they're going to look at the investment opportunities, and they're going to do a blind bid for that investment opportunity. And the person who essentially chose that action and chose that investment is going to have an opportunity to one-up the highest bidder if they weren't the highest bidder by 5. And they're going to put their credit out on the board, whoever won the investment, and it's going to be credits. And that credit is going to come due when that particular symbol on your space is rolled. And the more you raise your credit, your credit rating, the less likely that investment will be due. And there's this fascinating raising your credit, which also gives you more victory points at the end of the game, but also paying back those investments when you need to. So the first thing is you can invest. The other thing you can do on your turn is play card number 2, which is buy and produce. You're simply going to buy from the market, which is the market price halved of your total. So there's going to be green cubes and red cubes, and you're going to buy those up, and you're going to have and pay half of that cost. And you're also going to produce your investments. Whatever your investment is, if you've gotten it that round or in a previous round, you're going to gain those goods. Now, in the investment phase, whenever you're putting something up for auction in that very first action card phase, you're also going to be removing goods from the market to raise the cost and raise the price of that particular thing because, yeah, you're investing in it, it's out there, and you're going to essentially raise the price. So those 2 actions have a lot to do with each other, and in the beginning of the game, those are the only 2 cards that players can play. After players have investments and they have essentially resources or they have those goods, they can play card number 3, which is sell products. And they're going to sell back to the market based on the price that's there. And they're going to get the gold that they need to pay off their investments because their investments are in credits. And then the last thing that players are going to do is a margin call, and that's going to be paying back those investments with the gold that they have gotten from selling. This is a really fascinating, quick game that I just can't seem to get enough of. Most economic games are overly challenging. They're just long and laborious, and there's a lot of harumphing and thinking and, just like time spent. And this game goes fast. You get to have the simultaneous card selection, then you execute an order of 1, 2, 3, 4. At the end of the round, you're going to roll the die, and that particular good is going to produce on anyone's investment card. So there's a little bit of luck of what happens with some of your investments. And then there's going to be an event, and the event is entirely random. There's a stack of event cards, and I think those events are really fun and exciting, and I think throws sometimes a wrench in people's plans. Sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it really forces a bank run, and a bank run is essentially how the game is timed. You will have a bank run when your little marker runs down to the first bank run, and then that's going to be when you have to pay back investments. And so if you can't pay back investments, you're going to have to ask other players to help you out, and they're going to have to, finagle deals with you, which is fascinating. But after the 3rd bank run, the game is over. And that is how fast this game can go. But if you want it to go 4 bank runs or 5 bank runs, then you can plan that ahead of time and you can have just a little bit of a longer game. But this is a fun, fast, smart economic game that uses 4 action cards in the entire game and works. It is fun, it is exciting, and I kind of, again, want to play it. I want to try it with all different player counts, and I want to play it just to experience those events because there's something here, and I think Moneymaker is a clever game, a clever economic game that doesn't take all night to play. So if you want to check it out, I've got the information in my description below. You can check it out, and I will see you later, folks. Bye! Noble Knight Games is your portal to all things gaming. Visit them online at nobleknight.com, or if you're near downtown Madison, Wisconsin, you can enter their fortress, which features 5,500 square feet of roomy retail and gaming space. Noble Knight Games hosts daily game groups and events and a free-to-play board game library. Their storefront offers access to thousands of tabletop gaming products, from the newest games and hobby supplies to rare, collectible, and vintage titles from all over the world.